Hi, I'm Phyllis from southernfrugal.com. This morning we're going to make a smoothie using raspberries. It's about 1.5 cups of raspberries, and we're going to use the last of the cottage cheese. That's a little over 1/2 cup. So we've got 2 really big handfuls of the baby greens, and these are organic. And I noticed that these had a lot more spinach in them than the ones we just finished using. So anyway, that's a lot of greens this morning. So I'm going to go ahead and jump in my raspberries. And I can tell you that the raspberries are going to be the dominant taste. I don't even have to guess at it. They really are dominant. So I've already cut up my carrot. So I try every morning to put 1 carrot in and 1 stalk of celery, just because they're healthy. You can't taste them in the smoothie at all, and they're fresh. They're not frozen or cooked or anything. So we're also using 4 dates to sweeten, 2 cubes of coconut pulp, 2 cubes of almond pulp, 3 cubes of orange juice, and that's fresh squeezed orange juice that I froze. So it's never been pasteurized, so the enzymes are still alive in it. 3 cubes of cream of wheat and those steel cut oats. Alright, I'm going to see if I can get this all in this morning. Mash it down. Now I wanted to mention that someone, a person wrote in and said that asked if the smoothie stuff was already mixed up or ground up and all I had to do was thaw it out. And that's true on Sunday morning. That's what we do with any overage. But the greens, of course, are fresh. Carrot, celery would be fresh. The raspberries are frozen, and I just put them in there right from the bag. And of course the orange juice is, I buy them by the oranges by the bushel, and just go ahead and juice every orange and freeze all that. And the coconut and the almond, that's the main thing that's a problem. So I grind those up, and I've done a video on that. And I also grind up the coconut. Now the coconut is the hardest thing to grind up. It's harder than almonds. So I have to grind it a long time and kind of let my Vitamix rest and then grind it some more. But it ends up, if you could think of it this way, the 2 cubes of the almond, ground up almonds, and the 2 cubes of the coconut, if you just put those in water and dissolved them and let them all, you know, mix together, you'd have coconut almond milk, or coconut milk or almond milk. Yeah, you would. Now it doesn't have any sugar in it, no vanilla, none of that. So anyway, so this morning we're going to use 2 sort of medium bananas. And someone asked how I get those out of the, how I do it on the bananas. So I freeze them first, and then when I need them, I take them out, and this is my little container that I put the stuff to go in the compost in. But before I start peeling anything or whatever, I put just tap water in this and just take the bananas out of the freezer and put them right in here. And if I'm in a hurry, I use warm water, and they thaw out really, really fast. So, and also you can squeeze them out of the peeling, but you can't do it unless they're thawed out. And I really like doing it that way because all the strings stay in the peeling. All right, we're going to have to grind this up a little bit before we can get the rest of it in. I'm going to add some water. Y'all hold on, I'm going to leave it on while I'm grinding this a little bit. Sorry, it's going to be loud. kind of still frozen. So to push that down some. There. Yeah, I know we put a lot in the smoothies, but they also carry us pretty much for many, many hours. And the thing is with the smoothies that you put all the stuff in, we never eat snacks. I mean, not ever. We're just never hungry for snacks. And we really just eat one big meal a day, and that's usually about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, sometimes 4. And then at night we might have a little bowl of cereal. I don't know, we've had cream of wheat before at night, maybe one little sandwich, just a little bit at night, not much. All right, let me see if I can get these bananas. Now see how they come out? All the strings stay in there. I really like this. So this morning it's sort of 2 medium bananas. See? All out. Okay, I'm going to cut it off now because we're going to have to do some grinding on this. We'll be back. Alright, it took over a minute to grind all this up this morning. What I had actually done this morning, I used 3 big handfuls of the greens this morning. So then I had to add more water, and I tasted of it, and it had to have sugar, y'all. Put about a tablespoon of sugar in there. But we've got, let's see, about not quite 64 ounces this morning. And I can tell you, it tastes like raspberries. So we're going to call this one Raspberries and Cream. Yeah, those raspberries are almost as sour as the strawberries. Not quite, but almost. Alright, so I've got a full ice tray of overage this morning. Which is no surprise, as many greens as I put in there. Okay, do it. See, we've got a whole tray of overage this morning. Alright, so now I'm going to taste of it again. It's pretty thick also this morning. There's what it looks like. It tastes like raspberries, and it's sweet enough now. You know, it took a tablespoon of sugar, y'all. And I'll tell you how I feel about that. I mean, so many people are against sugar now. I'm not really sure why. Because your body turns carbohydrates into carbohydrates. I mean, it doesn't matter. But if they're not sweet enough, if they're not good, I don't think you'll keep making the smoothies. And remember that, I mean, there's more greens in this than you would get in a big salad. There really is. And also got the carrot in there. It's also got the celery in there. And then all kinds of other stuff. So I don't think that the sacrifice of putting a tablespoon of sugar in is going to hurt a thing, okay? But anyway, I mean, we all have our opinions, but I've never really bought into how bad sugar is for you, because if you're eating natural foods, of course they contain sugar. Almost everything does, but I don't think that a tablespoon of sugar to make the smoothie sweet enough to where it tastes good is going to hurt anything, unless you've got diabetes or something. Then there'd be a concern. But you could sweeten with all kinds of sweeteners. Now, we don't use any type of sweetener like that. I've tried them all. To me, they always have an aftertaste, which I don't like, so I just simply don't use them. And we don't drink any kind of soft drinks or anything, like any kind of carbonated drink. We don't drink any of that. We also don't drink any kind of juice, any kind of purchased juice. And so what we get in our smoothie in the morning, that's it. So anyway, now I worked on the table, of course, yesterday. I'm going to put one more coat of polyurethane on it. I've got to sand it real quick this morning, just put a coat of that'll take me like 15 minutes probably. And then I've got another project I'm getting ready to start working on, and I don't know if that goes well, we'll record that too. I'm not sure it's going to go well, so we're going to try though. Alright, so we will see y'all next time. Bye now.